Making Meaning with Joel Corda. It's episode number 39. Just going solo tonight and gonna do some questions that I have from the internet and any that you might have as we're sitting here. If you want to hit me up. Got to go to a wedding. So we just got back yesterday. Long drive from Boise. Didn't want to talk about it too much. That would probably help if I got on the mic a little better. I don't like to announce we're going places too much when we're when we're doing our thing because I'm on another device. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, I was trying to go live on TikTok at the same time. Now you have my full attention. Anyway, went to my niece Gabby's wedding in Boise. It was beautiful. Got to be a part of it and very thankful that we did. My wife did a reading that was beautiful. She read a poem and I played some music. A couple Taylor Swift songs she wanted and some other stuff that I snuck in there because Elvis generally has to be part of the weddings every time. So that's just how we're gonna do those things. Like I said, answering questions tonight. So if you have any, I have a couple preloaded from before. Do wonder why this won't do that. It's saying that because I'm live here, I can't be live there. And I'm going to try it one more time just to see. Oh, it's saying it's going to go. All right. So hello, TikTokers. We are live on the show. If you want to catch and be able to comment that I can see, that would be awesome. I'm going to play a traditional song for you. A song called 500 Miles. I'm going to try it like this, though. Well, if you miss the train I'm on, you know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles from my home. Away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Not a shirt on my back, not a penny to my name. Lord, I can't go back home this way. This way, this way, this way, this way. Lord, I can't go back home this way. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. If you miss the train I'm on, you'll know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Thank you. Nice to see some folks on here. Like I said, if you're watching, you got any questions, something you've always wanted to know, or just, I guess, want my opinion on, go ahead and throw those questions up. Let's get a word from our sponsor, O'Boyle Steelworks.
Strength, story, steel.
That's O'Boyle Steelworks.
Every knife we forge is one of a kind, built to last. Built for you. From custom blades to hand-etched detail.
Each piece carries history in its steel.
Whether for daily use or as a showpiece for generations, we craft it by hand right here in Montana. Find O'Boyle Steelworks on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, and Patreon.
Strength, story, steel.
Strength, story, steel. O'Boyle Steelworks. My buddy Bob and Ziggy out there, Potomac, making those. It's beautiful stuff. Question number 1 that was sent to me ahead. Let's see. I'm sure you've answered this on the podcast, but when did I start music? Also, when do you know that you wanted your life to be oriented around it? And that is Wyeth Hayes, who is a very good friend of my son, Bruce. Let's see. When did I start music? I don't know that I didn't have music in my life the whole time. My mom did a lot of singing. I think she got a music minor, English major here in Great Falls. She also had the job at St. Anne's Cathedral of music director back in the 70s and 80s. So a big part of what I was doing was taking that in. I don't remember not singing. Had some great music teachers growing up. My elementary school teacher, Mrs. Narum, was, I'd say, instrumental because she just made it fun, which is the thing I'm trying to do nowadays. So having in my life the whole time, musical family, I would say. And when did I know I wanted my life to be oriented around it? Started drumming in the 4th grade. Alan Johnson was helping teach that. And really loved drumming, really loved singing. I was a freshman in high school when I was lucky enough. I think I was standing in the band room playing drums, and Reggie Watts and his guitar player walked in the door, and I think they were just looking at drummers. And I don't actually remember how. I remember being asked if I wanted to be in their band, if we wanted to meet and try some stuff. And that lasted until Reggie graduated 2 years later. And a big part of my life was writing music immediately. I would say Reggie obviously was the catalyst for that. He had the engine. It was never something where it's like, oh, we have to do this before we can write. I think most bands traditionally, they do this thing where they cover their favorites and then feel like they need to do that enough to have the confidence to go and then start writing their own stuff. But we were writing stuff from the beginning. We actually even put out a tape. Lost Sounds of Montana put one of those songs on a vinyl a couple of years ago, and that was kind of a fun deal. And I've had, all the members of the band have been to the Sip and Dip different nights, and I've done this one where I don't know that we knew that we were ripping off Melt With You. Just moving forward using all my breath. Well, I'm trying to remember, how does that start? Let me see how our song started. Yeah. Thinking of you, wrote a letter to myself. Let me put the good stuff on. Thinking of you, wrote a letter to myself. Nothing I can do, my heart's been placed upon the shelf. Whispers confused to words that I refuse to believe. Flesh is real, all I can do is sing this memory. This ain't no bed of roses. This ain't no life of luxury. When the time ends, you'll see I'm standing here, waiting here for you. A little something like that. And I was playing drums, got to write my own parts. I remember we ended up being called out of Asylum. One of the band names we went by early on was based on Steve Korda, not enjoying the sounds of practice. He called it Not a Moment's Peace, and we actually went by Not a Moment's Peace for a little while. And also, Reggie wrote a song called Not a Moment's Peace, which is great. Probably some of my best drumming ever recorded in the history of me recording drums. Way back then, I think that was 89 or 90 that we recorded that album, and it was pretty fun. So thank you, Wyeth, for that question. Let's play another song, because we can. This one is from the first album I did, All of This or Nothing More, and it's a song called Arms. By the way, I think my voice is, I had my allergy shots today, and those kind of mess with me, they tire me out. So I'm doing my best right now. Again, if you're watching live right now, go ahead and ask questions if you're interested. If not, also cool. Here's Arms from All of This, Nothing More. Take these arms, been much stronger than me. Take these eyes, 'cause there's nothing I'll see except for you here with me. Except for all those little things that we're supposed to be. With these lies, cold comfort I found. Not to worry, it will surely take you down, away from me, away from here, away from all those little things that I hold dear. Without count, without reason, without any sort of way to mark the season. Seen the sad eyes in the rain, seen the sad eyes in the rain. I know, baby, it's cliche, but I've seen the sad eyes in the rain. Take these arms, been much stronger than me. Take these eyes, 'cause there's nothing I wanna see except for you right here with me. Except for all those little things that were supposed to be. Where were you? And who was me? Can you tell me what has happened is supposed to be? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I guess a little more to that is, hello, Zach Wheeler. Good to see you on here. If you got a question, Zach, let me know. Another thing about the music, I should have finished that thought. So I was drumming and loved it, but I was trying to write songs, and I didn't have the basis of anything to write over. So when I went to Missoula for a lost year, gap year at college, I bought a guitar, and I was kind of starting to learn it, but I didn't have the kind of time you need. That was the following year when I lived in Idaho, in a trailer park outside of town, Valhalla Hills Trailer Court. And at that point, I didn't have any TV. I worked about 7 different jobs, and over the span of that year, not all at once, and many I lasted about a week. That was my 3-day construction stint, when they quickly realized that I was bad at construction and really, really bad at heights. They put me on a 2-story ladder and then sent me home because it was shaking so much. So that was exciting. But when I had all that time, I picked up the guitar and I learned it well enough to write the songs that I needed to do. And I came out of there with a whole slew of songs and a decent understanding of guitar. And the thing that always helped me there was that I have a good rhythm. I was able to from the drumming. So from there, I did well enough to cover my stuff. I was able to write songs, and I remember going from things where I'd be telling the bass player, "Hey, play this over and over again. I got this in my head," and we figured this out, and then I'd write songs over that, which was just not going to cut it. So learning there was good. Then I went to music school in Idaho, played some there, had bands there, still writing songs, putting out albums. Not as seriously because I was studying opera. So singing a lot of shows, doing a lot of theater, came back to Great Falls and got the same job my mom had at St. Anne's Cathedral. I started at Holy Spirit and then ended up at St. Anne's Cathedral. Spent 20 years at St. Anne's Cathedral, which was a beautiful job because it really helped support us financially while Nadine was staying home a lot, mostly staying home and raising the boy. I would be teaching and doing that job and building a community that way and singing a lot of funerals and weddings along with that as well. Meantime, writing a bunch of songs, putting stuff out that way. Let's see what people are saying. Zach has given me oh, good. Shout out to Devil. I am. Go Grizz. Also good. I'm enjoying your music. I'm watching too, Nadine Cordet. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, I have another question from Marge Kohler. Anyway, so Wyeth, it continues. I'm still trying to learn things. When I got the job at the Sip and Dip, I realized I probably need to learn even more piano than I had. So I try to mix it up enough to play back and forth between piano and guitar. I would say I battled the piano, but I'm getting better. I can fake my way through a song pretty well if I know the chords and know the melody, so that's good stuff. Actually, that makes me want to sing. I wonder if I can do that, one of that first songs. I'm going to try the first song I learned to play myself. It's called The Fall, and I don't think I put it on anything other than a tape from way back. There's a song called The Fall. Counting pauses in conversation, hoping to grow with those blinds down. Contemplating a complete sentence, both of us knowing it's this time. Why are we always falling down? Drawing lines of opposition, tossing around your practiced icy stare, negotiating sideline boundaries, even around words like I don't care. Are we the days that you last forever, and the nights are spent in repair? But lately I've been taking adult doses of this thing called despair. I am. You greet me at the doorway with a kiss. Never dreamed that you could be so nice. Yeah, I heard of Jesus, I told you, but I only had words with him once, oh, twice. Are we always falling down, falling down? You don't believe a word I say, even when I play your game. Anyway, I fall too, I fall down, fall down. Ooh. All right. Let's see. I think I got a couple more things coming up here. Let me see if I did it right. Oh, that's nice. Patrick Murphy. Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. Yes, it's time to get to Marge's question. Let me see. Where was it? That's that one. Let's see. When are you? This is how it was phrased, too. That's right, Marge. You're very pointed in your capitalization. When are you going to give a concert singing? So I play every Friday and Saturday at the Sip and Dip, but I think what she's talking about, let's talk about Marge Kohler for a minute. She is part of one of the most musical families in Great Falls, Montana. Sons and daughters that all play and play really well. One of the biggest bummers of this last year for me was she and her kids played a concert at a church. And I think I was singing at a funeral. I had to not be there. And it bummed me out because incredibly talented family. Her son, Rob, has given me guitar lessons. I wish I could better represent you, Rob. Someday these fingers will become magical. I'm going to wake up and the magic will be within them. When am I going to give a concert singing? So Christmas time, I tend to do the big concert with the orchestras. I think we're going to be taking this year off, is what I was told. But I do have my Christmas album that I need to be putting out there. But I have a feeling it's not really the kind of singing that Marge is talking about. I think she's talking about the big traditional singing. And the answer is, I guess I don't know. I do know that I get an itch to sing bigger than I get to at the SIP. Actually, my boss, Sandy, was talking about it the other day. She said when she first heard me, I was she heard me singing Ave Maria in a cathedral. And it's this big booming voice. And one of the issues that we have at the SIP is I'm a loud guy, and it's like a cardboard box. These are her words, not mine. I would never call the Sip and Dip a cardboard box. She was comparing it to the size of the cathedral. So it's kind of an ongoing issue where I need to do less there, actually, which is hard for me because I like to sing with the full body. So Marge, the answer to your question is stay tuned because it's the kind of singing that I need to do more of. And I'm thinking about, I also have an exclusive contract with the Sip and Dip. So I don't go sing at other bars. I don't go play other places unless it's out of town. And I have a couple of those. I have a festival in Fort Benton I'm going to be part of. And I'm also have one at Virginia City for the Cherry Festival. So a couple of things that I get to do. I'll probably be outside and be able to be a little bit louder. But I think what you're talking about is standing away from mics and maybe just having a piano accompanist and sing some of those old traditional songs. And I will say, I do have a yearning to do that again. I have been writing songs for a new album. They seem to be all dad related stuff, and I think that will be a big part of I was going to say completing the grieving process, but I think that is a big fallacy. I don't think I'll ever be done grieving. We've had it described as the size of the grief remains the same, but the container grows. That's what I hope. I hope that I keep expanding and growing and figuring out how to get through some things. It was a tough week for the theater community last week here in Great Falls. We lost two people that were huge influences for me and for so many people. In high school, Tom Spencer was teaching when I was a student. So I'd see him on the drama bus, and he was just a really great influence and a great guy to me. And then when I began teaching, he the same. And I know his family, and I know the huge gap that he is leaving, the big hole that he's left in a lot of people's hearts, because he taught so many people and he's been part of so many beautiful productions. And he was just a great artist. And we also lost Mama Cassie, who had had Mama Cassie's, Carol Cassie is her real name. But she was a big part of community theater here in Great Falls, and then she would feed us afterwards. I got to work one summer at Mama Cassie's, and it was fantastic. So, yeah, it's been hard losing these people, and it's the age. You know, I just had a birthday, and I don't know. I don't know that these things get easier. I think we just get used to them. And I wish that didn't sound as sad as it does. It's not sad, because we need to miss these people. The amount of how much we miss them is, keeps them alive in our hearts, minds, and all those tropes that people like to say. But album for my dad, album for some people I've lost. I think it's like going to be like a singer-songwriter requiem type thing is what it seems to be coming out as, if that makes any sense. So that's your answer, Marge. Is I don't know yet. I think I will be getting back into those things maybe sooner than we think. Let's see. I think those were all the pre-questions. If you're on and watching and you have something you want to ask me, please do. I'll play one more song for you. Don't even know what I want to play yet. Let's see. Ooh, I kind of feel like a little wreck on the highway. Seems appropriate. Again, back to some of the first stuff that I was doing. I also think this is one of my mom's favorite songs. Ooh, here we go. Should we try it out? People? Little wreck on the highway. Actually, before I do that, let me push this button and use my other sponsors. Get the word out on the Red Eye. Here we go. You may notice in there was my album cover. So Kyle is working on my website right now, which is fantastic. And that's a good thing to be talking about. Website. He's been asking for stuff I have not been able to deliver because I've been really busy running around like a wild man. That ends pretty soon, and summer break is pretty soon, so that website is going to be up and loaded and running and good. I will say also that this show in the summer is going to kind of get bumped up quite a little bit. I've been taking classes on how to work a Stream Deck. I don't know if you know what that is. Let me show it. Let me see if I can show it. So it's this device. It's got buttons on it, where I could, instead of having to push this mouse and push all these things, I can pre-program, and I can push for the different camera angles. I can do different sounds all through one spot, which would make this a lot easier to look at this, to look at my guest, and move that way. I'm also going to spend a ton of time here learning how to run Ecamm better, so the show itself will just look way better. And I'm excited about that, and I will have the time. And I actually signed up for classes so that I can do a cohort learning. I've been doing some basic ones, but this summer they'll be like 2 weeks at a time, day by day, learning how to do this stuff, and I'm super pumped about it. And I think what might happen too is I might be going live daily, not just on the places you used to seeing me, anytime I go on TikTok, it seems like the kids are watching, and that's pretty awesome for me. So I like that a lot. And Instagram, I need to learn. I need to learn how to put in places and do the things. And I'm just really excited about getting better at this. This is episode 39. I've been doing it a year. I started going weekly in earnest when school started. And I think I only missed 1 week. Looks like I got some more questions. I should probably take a look. Hold on. I'll stay tuned. Looking forward to concert. Love hearing you sing at Sip-A-Dip and enjoying tonight. Marge, thank you. Thank you for sending in a question ahead of time, too. One of my big supporters, and there's so many of you that I just appreciate so much. I'm spoiled around here. I will say that. Let's see. To Running Wild. Any ideas or plans for a music video? Gosh, that's a good one. I have all sorts of ideas for music videos. I also have a lot of cameras. I just can't be behind the camera and in front of the camera. So if you want to see that stuff or have any ideas, getting a hold of me, we could do it. I also have buildings we could use and places. I think this summer I don't want to commit to this one quite as much as the other ones, but I do want to learn to edit. I have so many pieces of material that need to be put together, and I'm excited about all the things that I have the equipment to do. I do have the ability, just want to be better at a lot of the different things. So I hope that answers your question. A concert and album of spiritual music would be great, of course. Karen Corda saying she wants to hear me sing. Yeah, I know, Mom. Mom loves the church music, and she always says I make fun of her on here. Not making fun of her. I will tell the story that when I did finally stop the job I was working at the SIP and trying to maintain a job at the church, which meant no days off and just exhausted. I'd come crawling into church on Sunday mornings, and I did not have a lot left for Jesus, and I didn't want to disappoint the Jesus. And again, I have kind of high standards. So thought it was time. And immediately my mother was, well, where are you going to start going to church? When are you going to do the thing? And my answer was when church catches up, because I'd done at least 3 masses a week for over 22 years. So once the math starts catching up in my 90s, we'll be right back there, because there'll be some new information by then, I think. I think maybe some new books will be written. I'm a horrible person, but I am going to play this for my mom. Wreck on the Highway. And I'm not playing it directed towards her. She just likes the song. Here we go. Cold found in Nashville, followed through Tennessee, and what happened on Highway 9 is strain the ecstasy, broken fence and barbed wire mess. Thought it couldn't be, not quite sure what the attraction was, 'cause it felt like death to me. There's a wreck on the highway, there's nothing I could do. There's a wreck on the highway, there's nothing I could do. Yes, dear, I had fears at first, feared my dreams would end. Cast my eyes to the darkening sky, 'cause I thought I'd never see the light again. There's a wreck on the highway, there's nothing I could do. There's a wreck on the highway. There's nothing I could do. Well, if I had wings, I'd fly. If tears didn't cost, I'd cry. I know you can't understand all of this, but I've changed. To me, to me. Cold wind doesn't bother me now. It's all the same to me. I know I can't leave here now. Your love won't break me free. There's a wreck on the highway. There's nothing I could do. There's a wreck on the highway. There was nothing I could do. There's a wreck on the highway. There's nothing I could do. There's a wreck on the highway. Won't be coming back to you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Quieter night. Just enjoying my time with the people out there. Learning, listening, sending my love and enjoying hearing you. Thank you, Judy. Thank you all for supporting the show, supporting me, supporting my live music, my creative endeavors, the people that I have here. Going to be pre-recording some. Some people can't show up Tuesday nights, and that's fine. I don't think people, there's just not a lot of people that watch live quite yet. We'll get there. But I have my Idaho guys coming, and I don't know if they know it yet, but they're probably going to all be interviewed. I have Leilani coming up. I have a lot of different people. That's pretty exciting. And I don't think I'll ever run out of my folks because I like having people on again. We are going to learn how to do some Zoom, so I will be able to do more outside of just the Great Falls area. Not that there aren't so many great artists and people here. So we're going to be set for a while doing this. Like I said, thank you. Appreciate you. Sorry, my voice is a little crusty from the allergy shots, but live music. Have a great night. See you next Tuesday.